Okay, so this is going to be kind of an off-the-wall type of video. I don't even know where to start, but the reason I'm making this video is because of the most recent purchase that I made there, the Galaxy Tab S7. You may have seen my unboxing. Quite a few people have asked me how I got that deal or what type of deal I got. And many people were really curious about that deal. You know, many have commented in the comment section, and some of them have even asked me on Twitter. Now, before I detail how I got to pay that price, I'm going to tell you what the price is, and you are definitely going to be shocked. And just so you know also, this is kind of the type of things that I would usually do in order to get a tablet. So I don't necessarily wake up in the morning and just start buying tablets, but we'll get to that. And also, I want to direct you to one of these great YouTubers. His name is Travis from Travis MCP. You may know him already. I actually just recently did a collab with him. Check out his channel. He actually made a video specifically on this topic. He gives you all of the details that you need in order to take advantage of some of these, situations here. So I'm going to put the link to his video and also the link to his channel down in the description. You could get to it, watch that video, watch all of the other amazing videos that he has. He's actually one of the, I would say, one of the people who inspired me to, do this YouTube thing, kind of on the side. He's a great friend of mine. You're going to love him. Travis does fantastic work. So he has a great topic, and he really details how he does it better than I am doing today. I'm already rambling here. But anyways, I paid $377 and some change for my Galaxy Tab S7. That's how much I paid. And I'm going to go ahead and show you, what I did, and you'll be able to follow that. If you want to do the same, you could just follow that process and you should be able to do the same. And also, I want to put an emphasis on this. I don't, again, as I mentioned earlier, just wake up in the morning and just start buying tablets. Generally, it's a fairly well-calculated financial move that I make. I have quite a few tablets, and sometimes I, resell or get rid of them or trade them in. But trust me, it's generally not random. This is just one of the different things that I do in order to get, tablets. It just takes a little bit, of sitting down and planning how you're going to get there and eventually do. So I'm going to go through this one process, which is what I do to get one like this one. And if this video does well, maybe I make, I kind of explain to you guys what another process is next time. I did the same thing with my Galaxy Z Fold, and I paid less than half the price. But anyways, and there's nothing shady in there, right? It's literally just what you have there, what you want to work with. If you're willing to go through some of the hassle that is involved, in this process. And it's generally like a multiple step type of thing, type of process. So you have to kind of, make one move, then do this, and then do that, and then do that. And then at the end, you end up paying whatever the price is. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to jump on the Samsung website. Website is actually where I get my stuff from. Okay, so this is the Samsung website. And if we take a look at some of the deals that they have on their newest phone. So this is it here. So if you were to pre-order this phone, the S21 Ultra, you could get up to $200 as far as, discount goes. So what I would do, or what I did rather, is, I came here and rather than going for the Ultra, I went for the regular one, the one that's $800. And you can save up until $700. End up paying about $99 for that phone. But that depends on the type of phone that you're trading in, right? So if you're trading something like a Note or something like that. But anyway, so I went for the unlocked version, and I went for the base storage, and I did go for the Phantom Gray, I believe. And, you just tell them that you want to trade your phone, right? And here is where you make your selection to tell them what type of phone you have. Now, in this case, I didn't have a phone to trade in. Right? So this is kind of where you start getting some of the twist, right? So I don't have a phone to trade in, but what I want to do here is to figure out which phone is going to offer me the best bang for the buck, right? So if you go, you tell them you want to trade an Apple device, and it tells you that if you have an iPhone 12, they give you $700 for it. If you have a iPhone 11, iPhone 8, and all that good stuff. But here's the problem with this: the Apple, the iPhones just don't lose value like that, right? So if you get, let's say you want to go buy an iPhone 11 so you could trade that in, you are probably going to pay about $500 for an iPhone 11 at this point. So it won't really give you that much room, to make money. So I usually don't go for Apple ones. They added Google on this one, and you get some decent discount here. Decent trade-in credit, but still not good enough. So what I generally end up doing is going with an actual Samsung phone. They usually offer great credit for their own phone. So, I say I want to go with a Samsung phone. They tell me, okay, if I have the 20 Ultra, the S20, and all that good stuff, they will give me $700 for either one of these, 4 or 5 phones. But here's the problem: when you go to buy these phones, they still cost a lot of money, right? So the Note 20 Ultra, for example, come on now, it's going to cost you about $800 or, or $700, whatever. But it's still high up there. You're not going to make any money off of it. It won't make sense. It won't make sense financially for you to go buy that phone to come trade that in. The S20, now the S20 is where you might be able to make some money. I think the S20 you could find it for like $500, but still not that good. So you only make about $200. If you find it for $500, right? Same deal here when you get to the Note 10. This is where you start making money. Actually, I believe the S20 you would find it for like $550 or $6. So you're just making about $150. I know I'm flying through this, but if you rewatch the video, you should be able to get it. But anyways, so if you go for the Note 10 on eBay would run you about $450 to $500 or so. So $450, you're making about $100. Same thing for the Plus, so that doesn't make any sense. Now the S10, you're looking at something that's going to cost you maybe $3 and some change, right? So there you're already making pretty close to $200. And so before you keep looking, the S10 is your best bet. I'm already telling you that because that's what I did. Now you can look for the FE. The FE is also going to cost you about $550. So many of these things are still going to cost you a lot more, to buy and come trade it. It wouldn't make, financial sense for you to do that. Now, if you go for, I didn't want to go here because then even if you find it at a good deal, you won't be able to, stack up that much credit, right? Because it will still cost you in a way where you only make about $100 or $150. So that's too much talking there. I went for the S10e. So they tell me if I have an S10e, and the good thing with these is that it doesn't have to be, all you need is a working phone. It doesn't have to be with a specific carrier. It doesn't have to be unlocked. It just needs to be a working phone. As long as it's not broken, if it could turn on, the screen is not all smashed up, then you're good to go. So I went in for the Galaxy S10e here. I tell them that's what I have, and I agree. And they tell me that if I get them a Galaxy S10e, they will give me $550. Now, here's the deal. I already went and looked around and found one of the best deals that I could on the Galaxy S10e, right? This guy, for example, looks like this one actually ended. But anyways, I did buy mine for $270, right? So this guy is going to run you $264. So you buy this for $264, well, let's say $265, and you come and you sell that to Samsung. Where is it? There you go. And you sell it to Samsung for $550. See how much money you're already making? You're making about $235 on top, right? So even if you were just flipping, you're already making $235 in terms of credit. So let's go to the next step. You just see it and we loop back to eBay there. So here they tell you, okay, pre-order there. And then before we go onto the next step, I want to go back to eBay and show you that this was $264 or $265, and the shipping is free. And you're gonna find a bunch like that, right, with free shipping. So where is it? Oh, I guess since it ended, I removed it. But anyways, so if you go back, you'll be able to find, you know, prices would be different, right? You found others that are $2.99, you know, and so forth. If you keep scrolling, you'll be able to find, you might even find stuff cheaper. Like this guy's like buy it now would be, you know, $2.89. So if you keep looking, even if you were looking on Craigslist, you'll be able to find something really cheap. All right, so going back now to the website here, let's say we want to pre-order now. And this is where you get all the juices, you know. So where's my little calculator here? Well, I did this, you know what, let's take this back for now. So they tell you that, okay, you have that SE, right? If you give them the SE, this is how much the, you know, the S21 is going to cost you. It's only going to cost you $250 if you give them the SE. So the SE, you bought it for $265. So if you add that $265 to this, it should be what, $515, right? So you'll be buying an $800 phone for $515, right? But here is the kicker. Because you're buying a new phone, they give you $100 instant credit. And that's not all, right? So they give you, here's $100 for you to spend to buy anything you want on this list. And if you look closely, you will notice that these things have prices that are different from the regular prices, right? So you get these special discounted prices because you are buying a new phone. Meaning if you wanted to buy just a Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, it would not be $520, whatever it is. It would be $850. So these prices here are reserved. These special discounted prices are reserved to people who are buying the newest phone. So that's already a plus, right? So you figure you have this, and here, and this is what I did, right? I came here and I chose this guy. I went for the Tab S7. So what they're going to do is they're going to apply, which they already did, right? So if I remove that, you see that that $100 is back. So if you apply that, $100 to this, that's going to go from $525 to $425. Oh, there's a step that I actually missed, which was when you buy, well, I'm going to add that at the end. I'll tell you, I skipped one step. But anyways, so it's going to be $425 essentially would be where you at right now with this one. The one step that I wanted to show you was the step that will get it from $425 to $377, which is what I paid. And I'm going to show you that shortly. All right, so I went for this guy. Actually, you know what? Let's do exactly what I did. What I did is I went for this and it ended up being free. And then I got this. And what's the next thing? And then I got this. Well, let me just show you my order history here that you see. All right, so here we are. After following, you have to play around with it and see the best case scenario, for you. After playing around with it, I ended up paying $237 for the $237 for the Galaxy S21 5G. Unlocked, by the way. So this is easy to resell when that time comes around. $237, and I'm pretty sure you can sell for way more than that, right? And this is how much I paid for the Galaxy Tab S7 that you saw me unbox right the other day, right? And this is the discount that I got from it. And then I got a free tag, which is normally $29.99. Then I got YouTube Premium, 4 months free. Now I do have YouTube Premium. I ended up getting rid of cable. I just have YouTube, and that's where I watch my stuff. So, when my YouTube is about to go up, which I still have the old YouTube that I got from my previous device that I got from Samsung. So I don't even really pay for YouTube Premium. So I just do this, and because it's the devices that I'm gonna buy anyways. So I got YouTube Premium, $47, and this is how much they say it cost me, right? So this cost me nothing. $372.49, and this is just my trade-in, right? When that comes in, everything has shipped, and I should be getting them very soon. and $237. Now, here's my little math thingy right here. All right, so I paid $270 for the Galaxy, S10e, and then I paid the $237, which is right here. Then I paid $372. Did I say $377 earlier in the video? I probably did, didn't I? Yeah, I meant $372. And this is the total, right? And I'm showing also the value, right? The new phone is worth this. So if you pay this for that new phone, you can sell it. Even if you sell it for $500, you're already making some money. Obviously, it's a brand new phone. You could probably sell it for pretty close to like, $700 because it's going to be new. And you're going to be the first one to have it because you pre-ordered it. And you have, this with normal value. The normal price is $850. It's right there. And so my grand total was roughly $879. That's pre-tax, of course. And again, I don't remember if I mentioned already, you need, like some upfront money to get this process rolling. And that's essentially what I did in order to get this. And the other thing I wanted to add earlier is that if you are trying to get the same deal I got, one of the main things was to use, let me go back somewhere here. Let's just say, okay, so if we want to pre-order, this is the one step that I had skipped, and it's here, one of these discounts. If you have a family member, that is eligible for one of those discounts, education discount, if you're a student, you could use this, if you're a first responder, you can use this, government discount, workplace discount, military discount, and all that good stuff. In my family, I have, actually quite a few people in these categories, so I just had to pick one and just use their discount, and that's how it ended up being, about however much cheaper on each of the items. Now, that was just an example, right? And, you're not limited to selling it on eBay. You can sell it on Swappa or Mercari or Craigslist, anywhere, any of these platforms, even on Twitter, right? If you get them at a good price, you'll be able to sell on any of these platforms, and you can actually make a good chunk of your money back just by selling one of the items, right? Selling, you could get a good 70 to 80% of your money back. But it's not something that I would suggest you do every day, right? That's like your job, because clearly this is more of a deal type of thing. It's a matter of really tracking down those deals and kind of planning around it and, playing different scenarios and seeing how much money you would make off of each one. So this is just in case you want to buy a tablet. Also, one important thing is you also need to have kind of that upfront money, right? You can't just jump in with $377 and get a Tab S7 Plus, right? You have to have kind of some of that upfront money where you could buy all of this so that when you resell, you make your money back. There's nothing new behind that. People have done it. People do it all the time. It's just like flipping something, right? You buy a house, you fix it up and you sell it, or you just buy something and you resell it at a higher price. So it's just pretty much flipping the actual, devices here. So this was, in short, a little bit how I ended up getting the Tab S7 and what I usually do, playing around with these things in order to get devices, right? And if you plan it right, you might even make almost all your money. I think I mentioned that already, just by selling one of the devices. I mean, let's take this scenario, for example. I got a Tab S7 Plus, which is normally $850, and I also got the newest Samsung phone, the S21. If you think about it, and the S21 is $800. So if you sell the Tab S7 Plus for $700, let's say you get it and you don't use it, you keep it sealed and you sell it brand new for $750, for example, that's pretty close to you making your money. And then you have the phone. The phone is going to be, when it comes out, it's going to be $800. You can sell it for, let's say you just want to get rid of it, $650, and it's an unlocked phone, right? So if you do the math, you're already making a few $100 there. But that's just my take. Anyways, I hope this was informative and that maybe you learned. Maybe if you were trying to buy it And you know what, I'm not going to give you any financial advice, but that's just what I do sometimes, in order to get devices. I don't randomly, it seems like I'm just out there randomly buying devices, but generally it takes, careful planning, right? Some people ask me, why are you buying this so late? Well, because brand new, it just wasn't a good move for me, so I tried to kind of plan it. Man, I should have a second channel, like a financial channel. But anyways, so planning, slowly, and then eventually you get to that point where you make your money back or you break even. Anyways, I hope this was informative. Of course, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you in the comment section if you have any questions about this process. And like I said, if this video does well, I might tell you my next secret. If it doesn't do well, clearly I won't make any more of these videos. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'll catch you in the next video also. And of course, as always, stay safe out there.